What's going on? What's good? I know I'm late, man. I'm late. I know y'all been waiting. I'm sorry. All right, man. Let me get into this thing. You're watching FHO Atlanta GA. I am your boy, the host with the most, the man with the plan, the dude that ride more than everybody you know for the most part. I'm your boy Big Cell FHO that you cannot see, also known as Mr. Henry Everywhere. I thank you for coming to my channel. I'm sorry I'm late. This original post was supposed to be put up live at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Mom's had a situation with her car. I had to go help her out. But I'm back. We own. I apologize. Let's get it. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Today's topic comes from several emails and several text messages, and I guess it's been a lot of stuff going on. What up? What up? What up? Sorry, it was on the big screen. Oh, is that right? I gotta see it. I gotta check it out, man. Somebody should have shot the picture of that. That's hot. But today's topic comes to me, like I said, several emails, several text messages, and I just thought it was kind of cool, kind of strange. But so that is the motive for this topic. I've done my research as always. Say, man, it is, hold on, reached out to. Say, man, it is Wednesday morning. Today is a better day for me and my family. We thank you guys. Okay, I reached out to, as always, to several presidents, several OMCs, several one percenters, a couple of national presidents as well, just to get their take on it and to do my research because I want to show myself knowledgeable and approved, especially when it comes to these subjects. So the topic is, where y'all at, man? Everybody straight tonight? Don't forget that if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell to be notified. Make sure you tell a friend. We need to get these numbers up. I appreciate you, sir, for that donation. I really do appreciate you. Okay. So again, tonight's topic. I'm running late. Let's see. FHO on live right now. On YouTube live right now. Y'all don't understand how much stuff going to this. Okay. Man. Post. All right. So we got the numbers right. So again, tonight's topic is. Say, man, it is. How do you keep speaking? Ain't nobody actually saying that damn show. Loud my face, man. It is. Tonight's topic is, how do you discipline a national president? Okay. Am I clear? Am I precise? Everybody ready? Look at Black Dragon say not possible. It is too possible to discipline a national president. Yeah, it is too possible. There is a way. And if you set up your national organization the right way, because everything is about rules, bylaws, what's written, not what's man-made, not what's fly-by-night, not what's at the spur of the moment. Everything has to have accountability, period. You have to have accountability for everything that goes on when you put these organizations together. And you also have to rewrite stuff as you learn. As you grow and learn, you rewrite, add amendments and addendums and all this type of stuff. All right, so I got several emails and several text messages. I would read them to y'all, but it is what it is. And the question was, how do we discipline? Let me see. How do you discipline a national president, and what do you do when they mess up? Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is this: you get into what is a true national organization. Okay. Everybody got their different rules. As you know, some people got 10 years, 10 states, etc. Some people got 5 years in with the mother chapter, 5 different states and whatever, 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10, 7. They got different things. From all my research, from the white side and the black side, the brown side, the standard came down to, I think the ultimate vote came down, the win was 5 states, 5 chapters, okay? That was what it was. You have to have at least 5 chapters in 5 different states in order to be qualified as a national organization, okay? And once you become a national organization, then therefore you can now have a national board, because that is a lot of work to put on a mother chapter. If you have 4 chapters in 4 states, okay? If you have let's say you got 7 chapters, but you only got 4 states. Technically, that is not a national organization. Now, the mother chapter the mother chapter is the #1 chapter of any organization. There is no chapter that can out-trump or out whatever the mother chapter. The mother chapter is the birth of the nation. The mother chapter is the birth of the nation. Without the mother chapter, there would have been no nation. Okay? So the mother chapter is always the highest chapter. It should be held in the highest standards and the highest form. And they should be held to the highest rules and forms of discipline and order and examples and everything else. Because from them, everything else is birthed. All right? So we got that now. So we're going to agree for the sake of this video tonight, we're just going to say 5. You have to have at least 5 chapters in 5 different states. Okay? So you can figure that out and categorize it how you want to categorize it. Again, you can have 8 chapters in California, a chapter in Houston, and a chapter in Virginia. That does not qualify you to be a national organization. Okay? You got to have 5 chapters in 5 different states. That's the technical term. But again, I keep telling y'all grown. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do with your organization. If you want to walk around and with 8 chapters in 1 state and say we're national, then that's what the fuck you do. You national. Who's going to tell you you're not national? You know, now, as far as being respected, as far as being what you're trying to do, as far as being where you're trying to go, then that's another ball game. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you're a man, you're a woman, and you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want to do. You've earned that right to do whatever you want to do with your organization, with your club. But just remember, for every action, there's a reaction. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Who is this? 6 Trey All Day. What up? What you mean by KKK? I don't know. 6 Trey All Day is pretty good with me. I don't think he's up to no foolishness, y'all. But I don't know. We're going to get a definition of what he mean by KKK. All right, so that's that. So that's what a national organization is. And once you become national, that's a lot of work to put on a mother chapter. So now what they do is those 5 chapters come together and they come up with parameters and rules and regulations of a national board. The purpose of a national board is to govern the nation, is to make sure that the nation on a whole is being ran blanketed, kind of like being ran blanketedly by the set of rules that everybody should have to follow. Therefore, no other chapter should be treated different, have different rules and regulations, have different standards, have different set of do's and don'ts per se than all chapters. The national board's job is to govern that and to make sure that everybody is having a fair shake. Now, I'm gonna get into the topic, but I want to say this too. Once you have a national board, all of the members of every chapter should be happy to see their national board members. And I'm gonna tell you why. Michael Van Hook, thank you, sir. Thank you for watching it, and thank you for supporting. Who is that right there, Mr. Tall and Rich? I appreciate you, baby. Fight the power. There it is. Okay, Trey, 6 Trey. So all of your members and all of your chapters should be happy anytime they see a national board member, because when you see a national board member is a person, or should be a person of the highest integrity, should be a person or persons of the utmost respected, should be a person and or persons of the definition and the rule and the the codes of ethic and loyalty that every member should want to be like. Your national board should be the representative of the best part of your organization. When you see that title national on the back of somebody's vest, they should be considered a bad man, not so much physically and strength wise, or they can fight, or they, reputation wise, but because this person here is a bad man in this organization. He has put in the work, he has put in the time, he has earned the respect, he has the honor, he has all of that stuff of whatever member that's in this organization is trying to be a part of. You feel what I'm saying? Your national board members should be held to the highest esteem. They should be held to the strictest rules or the strictest regulations, and they should be looked at as such, and their examples should be that. As a regular member, you're happy to see a national board member in your come to your chapter, unless you're the one that is having the issue that they're coming about per se. So, for example, let me give you an example. You're having issues in your local chapter, your presidents and, sergeant at arms, you have an issue with them. They have you up for a suspension. You've appealed the suspension based on, the bylaws not being correct or the situation being something new. When you see your national board member, you should be happy to see him because he's coming to make an assessment based on the best interest and fairness of the club. He's coming to exact the rules that the organization put down, that the nation put down. He's coming to have no personal agenda, no personal attachment. He don't give a fuck about, who is that right there? Oh man, Felix, I appreciate you, sir, Mr. Felix Edwards on the set. That's what I'm talking about, period. He's coming to say, hey, these are the rules. This is what you do. This is how it should be done. And this, blah, blah, blah. So when you see him as a member, him or her or them, you should be happy to see them because guess what? You finally now have somebody that's on the side of righteousness, period. That's on the side of what's right. That's on the, he ain't in no clique. Your national board members are not in no clique. They ain't partners with the president. They ain't partners with the vice president. He ain't the homeboy, the sergeant arm ain't his homeboy. None of that. He is strictly there. You feel what I'm saying? He is strictly there to exact order and to exact rules and to make that assessment of what is right and what it should be. You feel what I'm saying? Six Trade. You throwing me off now. You throwing me off. A lot of comments about some other shit that we ain't talking about. You good? Because you throwing me off with all this stuff you're talking about, but that's not related to what we're talking about. All right, so let's get to this topic. If not, then I can just remove you for the day. All right, so that is the purpose of your national board, and that's what you should. When you see your national board members, you should know that, hey, I finally got somebody on my side. Period. And I I'm sorry, I don't have nobody on my side, but I got somebody that's going to listen, and that's going to give me a fair assessment. My man Jack Knight for 1%er says, if you can't trust your SAA, Sergeant at Arms, or enforcer, then you should not have voted for them, as always. You understand what I'm saying? As always. But a lot of times, Jack Knight, especially on the black bike set, you have clubs that have members that are best friends and partners and pals that they have clicked up, and even Sergeant at Arms will ride with the president when they know when the president is wrong, and that's his job to stand by his president and this and that. But at the same time, your job as a Sergeant at Arms is to exact order, is to exact peace. So if your president is wrong and a member is right, then you need to find out, a good Sergeant at Arms will find out how to diffuse that situation and how to make it right. And he also has to be able to discipline the president. See, one of the things that are happening is that a lot of times in these bike clubs, you guys have joined the bike club based on the homeboy system or the homeboy network. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the biggest problem. The homeboy network should never exist in the club. And man, and I'm gonna say this like this. Thank you. You know, I got this from her. if you got a best friend or your partner in MC, then you're in the wrong MC. You should have no friends in the MC. Ladies, you should have no friend. Nobody in your motorcycle club should be your friend. They shouldn't be your partner. They shouldn't be your pal. They shouldn't be your friend. Nobody in your MC should be your friend. Period. Do you understand that? And let me explain. The reason why is because they should be your brother. I don't got friends in my MC. I got brothers. This is a family. And that's exactly what it should be. Yes, if you wanted to say, well, in order to be my brother, you got to be my partner, you got to be my pal, you got to be my friend. No, it's a difference. My brother is my brother. My friend is my friend. My brother is going to accept my truth. He's going to accept my honesty. He's going to accept my facts. He's going to accept when he's wrong. He's going to accept all of the shit that I bring to him. When I go to my brother, he's going to know that I love him. He's going to know that I have his best interest at heart. So whatever I tell him, he's not going to take it in the way that's out of love. You understand what I'm saying? Now my friend, because he's my friend, I got to give it to him with a grain of salt. With a little bit of sugar. I got to mix it up to where it just tastes right before I go tell him something. My brother, anyway, what are you going to do, get mad and we going to fight? I'm going to beat his ass. He's going to run to mama or run to daddy. And well, so what? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference, man. It's a difference. None of you guys, and that's my statement that I'm making. None of you guys should have friends in the MC. If you got friends in the MC, then that's going to lead to problems. If you got homeboys in your MC, that's going to lead to eventual problems because your homeboy is not going to make a fair assessment. 6 Trey, let me get rid of you. Let me go on just because you throwing me off, brother. Hold on, let me get rid of 6 Trey. All right, so he should be going. Let me read one of these. Okay. Bleak down the pound. What's up, baby? Another one of the top notch organizations on the black bike set, and I hate saying black or white bike set, but on the bike set, down the pound. Shout out to them. The members or officers shouldn't be upset or get mad once the national has ruled. They should accept it and move on. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that. I promise you, we're gonna get into that. I have no friends in my charter. We are brothers, all equal, just different jobs and responsibilities. That's what I'm saying, Jack Knifer. I appreciate you for that, brother. And that's what I mean. With us on the black bike set, we tend to, what happened now? Okay, I don't know what with us on the black bike set, we tend to work with the buddy system or the homeboy system, and it always backfires. Like I said, you should have no friends in your motorcycle club. Ladies, you should have no friends. None of them. I'm gonna get it up. I'm gonna hit y'all with it. Ladies, none of them bitches should be your friend. You know what I'm talking about? None of them heifers should be your friend. They should be your sisters. You feel what I'm saying? And I only said the B word because that's just this, that's a popular thing now. Oh, bitch, oh, that's my bitch. Okay, well, bitches, you should have no friends in your motorcycle club. I have no friends and brothers. At Jack Knifer, the 1%, what exactly is a nomad and what are their rules in your world? That's a good question, Jonathan, and I'll tackle that. Jack Knifer is a good dude. He'll probably answer that. Let me stick to the point, okay? So, as a regular member, when I see my national board, and when you see your national board members, you should be happy to see them because you know now that when you see them, that's the highest law in the land. That integrity-wise, loyalty-wise, honor-wise, example-wise, those should be the wisest counsel. Those should your national board members should know the bylaws and all the rules off the back of their hand. You feel what I'm saying? They should know that. They should never be a question about if you see your national board members. Hey, brother, I got boom. He should be able to answer it. If not, make the calls, get it done, and get it answered. And his answer is going to be non-biased. It ain't gonna have nothing to do with it being about your chapter or your. It's gonna be the facts is gonna be laid down in the middle of the rules and regulations. See, for example, a lot of times you can go to your sergeant at arms or your vice president and ask him a question. You feel what I'm saying? And he will give you the answer based on it being about him being in charge, or him being the person that you're supposed to go to or whatever. But when you see your national, he's gonna give it to you raw, like this should be done, this should be done, and that should be done. You feel what I'm saying? So these are the things that you got to be aware of. Your national board members do not have a personal agenda. They're not allowed to have a personal agenda. They're not allowed to have a favorite chapter. Your national board member can come out of a chapter. He can come from, let's just say if you got a Wichita, Kansas chapter. He could have been a member of the Wichita, Kansas chapter, but now he's national board. Whatever the fuck Kansas, Kansas. My mind is running right now. Kansas should not be his favorite chapter. Your national board members don't have a favorite chapter. The nation is their favorite. All chapters combined, the nation, period. If they're not working for the nation, if they're not happy for the nation, if their best interest is not for the nation, then they should not be sitting on a national seat. Period. So let me answer that. The question was asked of Jack Knifer, what is a nomad in his world? What does it mean? Nomads are our leadership. Founding members, also Nomad starts chatters and TCB. Okay. And I appreciate you appreciate you for that, Jack. I'm telling you, I got a lot on my mind, man. Y'all gonna have to work with me today. I'm trying to bring you guys this as best as I can. That's their job. So thank you for that, Jack Knifer. But so getting back to this national thing, and I'm trying to stay on track, man. I just got heavy right now. Really, I just thought about something that I didn't have no business thinking about. Okay. All right. So your national board members, you should be happy to see them. Also, how can you summons your national board members? Your national board members shouldn't be like Suge Knight, all in the videos, all in the club meetings. You feel what I'm saying? All at the parties. They shouldn't be doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be Suge Knight in your meetings. They shouldn't be in your little board member meetings and all that. They shouldn't be doing none of that. Period. They are a non-biased entity of the nation. So let's answer this question. Does a national board member have a right to sit in on your meeting? Yes. You can't stop them from coming and sitting on your meeting. But does he have a say-so? Hell no. He can go in that motherfucker, shut his mouth. He don't got to vote. He don't got to say-so. He don't have nothing. And if the club requests that he step out so that they can handle some business within the club, then he should honor that request. Because for what? He's not in the chapter. It don't hurt him to not to know or to know, because whatever decision is made, if it come up the pipe, then it involves them. You feel what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, but you should be happy to see him. You should be glad that you got a national board member that wants to sit in on your meeting. Just, he's in town. Hey, man, y'all having a meeting? I'm coming through, boo. You feel what I'm saying? Let him come through. But he has no voice. He has no say-so. He has no vote. He is strictly there for the support of the nation, period. He ain't there to be eavesdropping. He ain't there to be eavesdropping so he can run back to the national board like, man, them motherfuckers over there in Wichita, Kansas, them motherfuckers, or this and this and that. He could take from the meeting the positive, but it's nothing negative that he should be able to take, because the national board has no knowledge of any negativity of a chapter until it is brought up the chain, until it is passed up to them. You feel what I'm saying? Until then, there's nothing he can speak on or nothing he can say. There's nothing that a national board member can do until they're summoned, until they're requested. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how their role is, and that's what they play. Now, let's get into the part of you got a national board member, or you got the national board is in town, and should they be treated differently? Should they be, are they above, regular members? No. But just like anybody else, you should be glad to see, the higher ups, the presidents and vice presidents of your company. Let me ask you this. When you out there collecting trash, when you out there on your trash truck, that's your job, you collect trash, and you pull into the yard and the owner of the trash truck company is in there, you feel what I'm saying? Don't you straighten up a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Don't you start tucking your shirt and shit in that you're supposed to have your uniform tucked in? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to look a certain way, but the owner, hey, before you get back to the yard, the owner, and so y'all pull over, tuck in your shirts and shit, and get right before you hit the yard, because you don't want that paycheck to be fucked with at all. It's the same respect for your national board. Same, when you see him, you should be happy to see him. Make sure you're on point, because I don't want my national board officer to see me and be like, damn, say, what's wrong with your vest? Fuck you got on your vest? Who? You don't want your national board. I don't want to be the one that represents my chapter badly to the national board. When the national board come to visit my chapter, I want them to say, hey, man, we ain't got to fuck with them cats over there no more. They straight. Everything about them was straight. They, they was on point. They blah, 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 blah. They good to go. You feel what I'm saying? It's just the way that it is. But anyway, hey, a lot of y'all don't give a fuck about your own club brothers, and y'all don't care nothing about your presidents, and y'all don't care nothing about your VPs, and y'all don't care nothing about, they in position. You don't give a fuck. You mad because you didn't get the position, so I ain't gonna listen to nothing you gotta say. Fuck them. As long as I'm riding my motorcycle and paying my dues, ain't shit he can say to me. Bozo, get your ass out the motorcycle club with that bullshit. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked again. Here we go. All right, so if the national board, which Jack Knight forgot to say, I know you're gonna kill me too, Jack Knight. You need to call me too. Our nomads and our officers aren't distinguished in any way in my club. We wear no identification of roles or responsibility. If you're not in the club or you never know, then that's for them. That part right there. The North, start new chapters and handle any inter-club or out-of-club issues that varies in different clubs. Gotcha. Okay. So, that's that. But, so, let's get into this. So now, your club is national. You pick the national board, and it is what it is. Okay. Like I said, I tell you in the beginning, all your national officers should be held to a higher standard of responsibility, of everything, for everything. They have a representation to uphold, because I promise you this: if a person that does not know, or maybe knows a little bit about it, see that you got a fucked up national president or a fucked up national vice president, then the whole entire organization is fucked up. If you got a weak national vice president, if you got a weak national president, then the whole entire nation is weak. Period. That is the representation of the nation. If you got a national president that cannot negotiate or cannot communicate with OMCs and one percenters, and cannot, don't know don't know the rules and regulations, that don't know the bylaws, then that whole nation is garbage based on that particular person. Because understand this, when the powers that be want to speak to the powers that be, why do I want to talk to a local president when you got a national president that I need to be talking to? Because whatever I got to say, I want to tell it to him and let him know that this applies to all of y'all, not just these 2 or 3 motherfuckers. But I want all of y'all to understand that, hey, this is what happened, and this is what better get fixed, or this is what's going to happen. And you got to understand this. Stop trying to separate yourself from your club. Meaning, for example, if you wear that patch and 5 assholes wear the same patch, 5, 4, 5, whatever, and 5 other assholes wear the same patch, guess who you are? You are the 6th asshole. Period. You are the 6th asshole. No one's bigger than the program. I got you. You understand what I'm saying? So understand that you cannot separate yourself from the actions, from the bullshit, from nothing of your club brothers, any of them, local members, out of state members. For example, if you have a chapter in, I'm just gonna say South Carolina, and they out there in South Carolina fucking up, their fuck up can cost a chapter in California, a chapter in Texas. You feel what I'm saying? That's why your prospect is your most important member, and your prospect's old lady. You feel me? You got to understand what this shit is all about. It's one for all and all for one. You cannot separate. You can't be in a club today and then a situation happens and now you're like, man, shit, well, that was them. That was them. You know, I know I'm a so and so, but shit, that's how he do that. That's just how he is. No, if that's how he is, that's how you is. Period. Yeah. If he's an asshole, you an asshole. You understand what I'm saying? Because all I see is the asshole on the back of the vest. Period. That's all I see. All I see is the back of the vest. And whoever wear that vest, they assholes. Period. All them people over there, they assholes. No, they got some good people. No, they don't. They all assholes. Because you can't separate. You can't pick and choose who's the good guys, who's the bad guys. This chapter is better than this chapter. This charter better. That shit is no. It's either all for one for all, or nothing. Period. It's just that simple. So you got your national board in place. You got your national board members. They should be held this. They should, you know, they should know their job, know their rules and regulations. They should always be on point. They should always be on key. Something happens, and the national president is out of line. He's out of line. National vice president is out of line. And now the nation is going through some shit because of a decision that the national board members made, or a national board member made, and now the nation is at fault. The nation is at jeopardy because of this. What do we do? Okay. If the national board be the highest board of the land, okay, hear what I'm going to follow me now. If the national board be the highest board of the land, then who are they accountable to? If I'm a national board member, you can't, you know, you just a regular chapter member, or you're a regular chapter president. You can't tell me what to do. No. Your national board, listen, I'm going to tell you now. This is where it all comes to pieces. Your national board is governed by the presidents of each chapter. Your national board gets one vote. All the members of the national board get one vote. Each president of each chapter get one vote. So that's automatically 5-1. So if you got a national member, a national president, vice president, or whatever, and he out there fucking up and making the nation look bad, you feel what I'm saying? Lord forbid he getting into it with other chapters. And Lord forbid a national board member is fighting another local chapter, another local chapter president or vice president or sergeant at arms or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Which, let me tell y'all something. Fighting your club brother should never be an option. It should never be an option. You and your club brother should always be able to agree, to disagree, to agree, to just let it be, to say fuck it, to forgive each other, move on, and let it go. You should always be able to do that. Just like in your regular family, you got brothers and sisters that you don't fuck with. I'm telling you to go fuck with them, to forgive them, let it be. I'm not telling you to trust them. That's a difference. But I'm telling you to forgive them and let it be, to have a relationship. See, this one thing about it. I can have a relationship with you and not trust you. I can fuck with you and not trust you. I just know how to fuck with you now. I know how to deal with you. I don't have to trust you. I don't have to tell you all my secrets or let you in my inner circle or invite you into my house and just let you free willy. But no, I'm going to love you enough because I'm not going to block my blessings or fuck off mine being mad at you or hating on you. I'm going to forgive you. I'm going to let it go. And that's that. And then I'm going to put you in the category you need to be in. I'm going to give you the space that you need to have in order for us to function. And that's the same thing it should be with your club brother. You and your club brother should never get to a point where you got to put hands on each other. Never. I don't give a fuck under no circumstances. And nobody should ever come in between that. Nobody should ever be able to influence that. Nobody should ever be able to instigate that type of shit or none of that. Because see, this is what happens. Let me show you what happens. You got a national board member. He's at a local chapter meeting. Okay. I'm just going, let me see. You got a national board member. He's at a Texas chapter meeting. Okay. Y'all got a Texas chapter. He's at a Texas chapter board meeting. Okay. Your national board gets into it with that local chapter vice president. And they go to fighting. That chapter has to protect their vice president. So that chapter now, every member in that chapter is supposed to be putting hands on that national whoever, because you came in here and you put your hands on my vice president. See, or brothers, everybody know, oh my goodness, and I'm trying my best because y'all already got me fucked up. Everybody know that in a family there are no fair fights. Everybody know that. When you go after the Johnson family, you got to fight all the Johnsons. When you go after the Turner family, you got to fight all the Turners. When you go after the McCoy family, you got to fight all the McCoys. Period. It's just what it is. It's the Hatfields and the McCoys. Whether you're a brand new Hatfield, whether you're an old McCoy, whether you whatever, it's the Hatfields and the McCoys. It's just that simple. You feel me? Cody, I'm just saying. That's why you should only let up front real motherfuckers in your club, not some cowards that's going to go behind your back or not say what they want to your face. That part. Come on, Jack Knife. You know, we dealing with that shit all the time. From outside looking in, MCs are pretty much gangs, pretty much controlled. No one is bigger than the program. Okay? So, that's where the Hatfields and the McCoys stem from. But anyway, so therefore, you cause a total disruption in the nation. You cause a total disruption in the nation. Because you got a national board member fighting a local chapter president or whatever, or vice president or whoever, sergeant at arms or whoever. And now that chapter was supposed to stand by their leader and protect their leader. And if you hit their leader, you hit me, and so forth and so on. Now it's just total chaos in the nation. You feel what I'm saying? So, anyway, I keep circling. What you mean? Like I'm buffering? Are y'all saying I'm buffering, or are you talking about circling coming back to the same topic? Am I buffering everybody? Am I losing signal? Jack Knifer, am I losing signal? Am I buffering? Is that what you're saying? I keep circling? I hope that's what he means. Somebody tell me, is that what he means? Hello? Oh, no, you're straight. Okay. Thank you, Jack. So, that's one of the reasons why you never get into that type of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? You never get into that type of stuff. You want to avoid all confrontations with your brothers. And in most clubs, if you fight your brother, if you have a fight, you swing, you hit your brother, do whatever, that's automatic termination from the club. Because again, there's no problem that you can't work out with your brothers or your sisters. And I know I don't really give a female, but all of these rules apply to whether you're a male MC or a female MC. So sisters take this as well. You should never get into it with your sisters. You should never get into it with your brothers. You just shouldn't. You should be able to get to a point. You should be able to get to a point to where you can agree to disagree, and out of love for the patch, out of love for the nation, and out of love for the brotherhood, you could just let it be. You have to stay away from them for a little while or get your mind right, but at some point you guys should be able to come together and forgive each other and let it be, okay? Because all it does is it just starts a downhill spiral in the MC. I'm just telling you. But at the same time, you guys also got to know is that you are your brother's keeper. And nobody should be able to do to your brother what they can't do to you. If a motherfucker can't hit you, how can he hit your brother? If a motherfucker can't disrespect you, how can he disrespect your brother? And that's the lost art of all of this shit that we, back in the day, that's what it was. You really thought about it like, man, I want to whoop that motherfucker ass, but that boy brothers, who trading them as his brothers now. Trading them as his brother, and you already know if you deal with him, you got to deal with trading them. So make sure it's worth it. You feel what I'm saying? But, so you got a national board member who has violated this rule. How do you discipline him? How do you handle that situation? You got a national board member who may be drunk in public and out and totally out of line or whatever it may be. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's not a good look for the club or whatever. And how do you discipline them? Well, I just told you, the presidents. Every chapter has a vote on the nation's business, okay? On the nation's affairs, on the nation's affairs, business, the look of the nation or whatever, every chapter has one vote. So your national board has one vote. Your other 5 chapters have one vote. So if a national board president is out of line and needs to be removed, you call for a national vote. Each chapter president gets one vote. Once that vote comes through, if he's outvoted or he's voted in, voted out, whatever, then that stands. And this is the thing. At that point, the chapters have to come together. You feel what I'm saying? To make sure that the national is exacted, is the way it should be exacted. Meaning that if you voted to remove that person, then the whole nation got to come together to remove that person. Yup, it's gang love patches like putting on for you. So set. I knew I liked MCs for a damn reason. Okay. Cody and Buddy, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, okay. So, understand that if you have a national board member that is out of line or that's violated the code of ethics, or the code of brotherhood or whatever, and he needs to be removed, then you need to get together with the presidents, or if you feel like it, you need to move it up your chain of command to your president and see if and call for a national vote. And at that national vote that's being brought up, I appreciate you, Tebow. If at that point your board is being, they bring up the thing, they talk about it, when they get rid of them in the whole 9 yards. So nobody is bigger than the club, and nobody is bigger than the nation. You understand what I'm saying? Period. The national board represents the nation, and the nation is controlled by the presidents of that nation. Hear me out when I listen to what I'm going to tell you. The national board runs the nation. The nation is governed by the presidents in the nation. Okay? So if you got 5 chapters in 5 different states, each president of those chapters have a vote. The national board has one vote on anything that's going to affect the nation. The national board has no votes on anything that's going to affect the local chapter. You feel what I'm saying? The local chapter has no votes on anything that's going to affect the nation. The local chapter, the president takes it to the club blah, 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 do what they're going to do, get the president the direction that they want to go in. That president submits the vote. You feel what I'm saying? And blah, blah, blah. So that's how it goes. So your national board is governed by the presidents of each chapter. If you got 5 presidents, 5 different chapters, that's 5 votes to 1. That's how you keep your national board in order at all times. If I can get, even if it's some bullshit, but if I'm the president of this chapter and I can convince the other 4 presidents to go along with me unanimously, then even if I'm on some bullshit, guess what? You got to go. But that's some sell bullshit. So what? If he convinced them other people to go with him and they got 5 to your 1, get your ass up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? Get your ass up out of here. So now you say, okay, so that's 5 and that's 1, that's 6. What if we got a tie? Who will break a tie? Then that's where your founders come in. That's where your founders will come in. Your founders are the original nut, the original seed, the original first fuckings. They the ones got the pussy first, per se. They the ones busted wide open. So if you have a situation where the presidents and the nationals can't get together, then if they got a 3-3 vote, then you go to the founders. See, everything has an accountability system, homie. It's there. You just gotta understand that it's there. Everything has an accountability system. The founders can be, retired and really not active, but they're gonna be voting on what's best for the dream that they originally came together to put forth. That's that. Jack Kniper said, nationals should never interfere in charter business unless the entire charter is effing up. And again, that's what I said. Your national does not have a say-so in local chapter business at all. If I come to you, if I'm a national and I'm in your town, hey brothers, I'm in town, man, I want to come through. We got a meeting today, come through. I am strictly there as a spectator. That's it, that's all. You can't even ask me for, hey, what's sale, man? Since you here, man, hey, no, bro. Submit the proper form, submit the proper paperwork, go to chain of command. And if the club wants that, I'll come back and speak on that later. But today I'm just here to have some fun. What we riding to after the meeting, what we got going on, blah, 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 blah. And that's how you keep the shit cordial. You feel what I'm saying? But all of your national board members should be held to the highest standard, to the highest form of respect, of all of that. You should be happy to see them, because those are people that are going to give it to you raw and uncut. They have no favoritism. They have no favorite members. They have no favorite chapter. They're going to be non-biased. They're going to be strictly by the rules and regulations and what's best for the nation. Now, if you got national board members putting the nation in harm's way, then the presidents get together, which is the governing body of the national board. They come together, they vote that shit in and out, get it corrected, and that's that. If they can't get it done, you use the national board, the president's board, and then you got your founders. So it's always somebody governing somebody. It's always somebody governing somebody. Who's at the top? The national board is at the top. But yeah, but you just said the president that's been at the board, because the presidents represent the nation. The national board governs the nation. The presidents represent the nation. The founders are the originators of the nation. This shit is simple, man. It's all up in there. You gotta see it. It's all up in there. All right. So again, you've been watching your boy Big Cell FHOHNIC on Fast Harleys Only, the hottest YouTube channel for all things motorcycling. Don't forget, donations are welcome. You got the super chat button that's at the dollar sign at the end of the comment section. You got PayPal, fastharleysonly@gmail.com, and you have the Cash App, which is $ FHOHNIC. Your donations help to keep the chapter pushing forward. They help to keep me with the new intel, the new stuffuses, cameras and equipments and stuff that I'm trying to do, and just different things like that, man. They help keep me on the road to all these different places, and that's how I bring you the knowledge. Period. So make sure you donate to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Now, at this point, any questions? We got any questions about the topic? If you have questions or topics that you want me to speak on, email me, fastharleysonly@gmail.com. Text me, 424-242-2355. That is the FHO hotline number. Let me slow it down and say it again. If you want to get in contact with me, FHO, 424-242-2355. I'm available to do meetings. I'm available to host events. I'm available to advertise your event. I'm almost at 4 million views on YouTube, thanks to you guys. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. I reach a nation. My Instagram is huge. My Twitter is huge. So if you want your party or your event advertised, hit me up. Let's talk about it. We can put it together. And I got you. Big Cell, thanks for the info. This stuff is higher than my pay grade. Long that part right there, Solo. But at least you know, at least you can hold an intelligent conversation. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. You be able to hold an intelligent conversation or know when somebody's speaking some bullshit and run. So anybody got any questions before we end this? Anybody? I love you guys as always. I hope this has been informative. If it is, share the video. Tell somebody about the video. Not trying to step on anybody's toes. Not trying to be in anybody's business. Again, these were the emails that came to me and the text messages that came to me about this topic. And I hope that I brought you enough information that you can now take back and use, and use for your club as a guideline. And again, I am not the end all to be all. I am not the end all to be all. I'm just giving you the facts of what I know. Hey, no, I didn't say. Did I say clubs or gangs? I said they like gangs. They kind of like gangs. But you gotta understand where I come from, Jackknife. When I say gang, I'm talking about, like, for example, when I grew up, it was me and my cousins. We were considered, Mr. Gang of the motherfuckers. When I say rare breed, I said, man, it's a gang of rare breeds. That's not me calling them a gang. You feel what I'm saying? That's just me saying it's a gang, meaning a bunch. A bunch of people together, whatever. So no, we are not an organized crime syndicate gang. We're not the Mayans, MC. We're not Sons of Anarchy. We don't do, you know what I'm saying? We don't do all of that, shoot. Listen, there is no such thing as a motherfucker on a motorcycle riding by shooting at the cops and walking in the police station and all of that. There's no such thing as that. There's no such thing as that shit. So don't believe the hype, man. Don't believe the hype. What you got? Anybody got any questions? I see some stupid stuff. Man. I don't know. It's been crazy tonight. What we got? Mr. Hemby everywhere. That part right there. Who was that? Zabriah Israel. What's going on, sir? I hope I said your name correctly. Appreciate the love. If it's no questions, man, I've enjoyed my time with you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed my time. Also, don't forget, I'm putting it together. It's monumental. FHO is going to make history. We're going to make history this year. This year, Rare Breed has allowed me inside access to their LA Mother Chapter 30th anniversary. I got 15 VIP tickets that I'll be putting out there, man, for the first 15 people that book through the whole FHO Get Down. We're going to have, I'm going to be taking you places in LA, Compton, Watts, Long Beach. We're going to the hood. We're going to have a good time. But Rare Breed will be doing their 30th year anniversary. You guys have no clue how big of a movie that's going to be. And guess what? Fucking with FHO, you get to star in that movie. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for the details on that. I'm basically just waiting on the hotel to give me what they need to give me so that I can put it all out detailed. I'm going to put it out the mileage wise. I'm going to put it out how much money it's going to cost you, how much time it's going to take you to do this trip, and everything you need to do this trip. FHO is going to lay it all the way out. You're going to book through FHO. We're going to have a good time. And I'm going to give you the ultimate Rare Breed experience. This year, next year coming, June, the end of June, they will be 30 years in the game. Boy, let me tell you. When I tell you, it's going to be bigger than Black Panther. Rare Breed anniversary next year will be bigger than Black Panther. If Black Panther made $1 billion, Rare Breed going to make $10 billion next year. That's just how big they're going to be. That's how big they laying out. They not cutting back on no corners. So it's going to be huge. So I want you guys to be a part of that. And that's history in the making. Also, next year I'm working with right now, East Bay Dragons is putting together their package for FHO, their all access VIP package. And I'll be taking people from here to East Bay Dragons 60th year in the game. 60 years in the game. And we already know there's always been a debate about if East Bay Dragons is truly the oldest black motorcycle club, blah, 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 blah. The whole 9 yards. Well, we definitely know that they are part of history. We definitely know that they were there in the beginning of some of the most trying times for the black MC. So regardless, they are who they are. East Bay Dragons is the shit. You damn sure want to be there, and you want to be a part of that. You feel what I'm saying? First Bike has a question. The Triple G is going to be... Here y'all go with the bullshit. Mr. James Ortega. Okay. How do you handle an outlaw plotting to steal its wheels without reacting how you normally... Who that is right there? Oh, man. With how you normally would take on one take on them on... What? Okay. A different topic, I know. It says... First Bike, how do you handle an outlaw plotting to steal your wheels without reacting how you normally would take on them all? Man, anybody trying to steal my shit, I don't give a fuck. At that point, ain't no vest. The vest is irrelevant. But you don't get a pass because you with whoever you with to steal my shit. If I catch you stealing my shit, I'm gonna leave your ass dead as a doorknob right there by my shit. You know what I'm saying? Or let me stop talking like that on camera. But I'm just saying, nobody has the right to steal your stuff. I don't care what vest they got on, what patch they got on, what diamond they got on. If you get caught stealing, don't nobody like a thief. We deal with thieves accordingly. And I say that, is that a better way to say it, y'all? Okay. So that's that there. Plotting or not plotting. So that's that there. So, all right. Any more questions? Appreciate that there, but I know for a fact them Dragons been there, but that's going to be another movie bigger than Black Panthers. East Bay Dragons, 60 years in the game. It is what it is. Okay, First Bike, I'm glad I was able to help you with that. Say, man, if y'all done, I love y'all. Again, thank y'all for the prayers, man. It's been a trying time for me and my family. But we're going to push through it, man. Like I said, I got a lot on my mind right now, and I still was able to bring y'all this program. I thank God for a sound mind, man, and a strong heart and everything else. So if no more questions, that would be my time. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to support. Don't forget to tell a friend. Don't forget to hit the button, the bell, to be notified. Send all questions via email to fastharleysonly@gmail.com. You can send all questions and concerns via text to 424-242-2355, or just get at me. I ain't hard to find. Trust me. Just get at me. Hit me up. Leave a message on this YouTube channel. Tell me how you like this video. Tell me what you want to talk about. And I got you. You hear me? I got you. Don't forget to go back and check out my Mayans MC review. I'll be doing a review every week on the Mayans MC. Putting that down, putting that together, and the whole 9 yards. So, it's your boy Big Cell, FHOH, and I see, also known as Mr. MB everywhere, and I'm